You answered the text, you paid the bill, you prayed for her, you showed up for him, you smiled through the entire meeting, and then you got in your car, drove home, and sat in your own driveway for 20 minutes. Didn't cry, didn't call anybody, just sat there. And that parked car was the only place where all day nobody needed anything from you. If that's you, if your driveway is your only safe place, this video is about to read your entire life down. Don't scroll.
Tired of just surviving, ready to heal. Gotta take some action, do more than kneel. I kept blaming him.
Today we're talking about why the strongest woman in the room is normally the most traumatized one. Not the weakest one, not the messy one. The one holding everything together is usually the one holding the most. By the end of this video, you're going to understand 3 things: why you're tired in a way that sleep cannot fix, why you can't even relax, although nothing is wrong, and what being the strong one has actually been costing you. And I'm telling you right now that once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's the whole point. So before we get into that, I'm Roneshia, inner healing and deliverance coach. I help women heal the wounds that they told you to keep secret. And if nobody has checked on you today, baby girl, that is exactly why I'm here. I survived a toxic mother. I survived religious abuse. I survived rejection like many of you. So no, this isn't a TED Talk. This is about me and you. Pretend we on a FaceTime call, and don't say anything about the fact that I have an Android. We can still do FaceTime. We just call it something else. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. In love, I may trigger you, but I can help you heal. I also want you to stick around because there is something happening July 29th through the 31st that is built exactly for the woman who needs this video. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Let's get into it. Now, let me ask you something, and I want you to be honest with yourself, even if you lie to me or try to lie to me. When did you become the strong one? Like what age? I'm going to give you a minute to think about it. Most of the women I work with can't think of that answer, and it's because they didn't become the strong one. They were drafted into this thing. Nobody sat you down and asked, baby, would you like to be the emotional support animal, human, for the entire family? No. Somebody fell apart, or somebody left, or somebody was unpredictable. And a little girl looked around, saw nobody was driving the bus, so she decided to climb in that seat. Her feet couldn't even reach the pedals yet. I want you to picture her for a second while I sip some water. She's 8, 9, 10 years old, on her tiptoes at the stove. Now, if you want to, teach your kids at a young age to cook, let them play around, cool, but that shouldn't be their responsibility. 8, 9, or 10, and your responsibility is to cook and feed the family? Absolutely not. Anyway, she was reading the room before she knew how to read chapters in a book, learning that her feelings were a luxury the household could not afford. That little girl didn't develop a personality. She developed a survival strategy. And 30 years later, you're still calling it your personality. I'm just independent. I'm just low maintenance. I don't really need much. I never called myself low maintenance, even though I used to play low maintenance. Like I always knew I was high maintenance. But what I would say, and I'm still trying to get out of a habit of saying this, is, well, I don't even ask for much. Trying to get out of the habit of saying that altogether. Because baby, low maintenance where? Low maintenance ain't even in my blood. I come from a royal lineage. And if you think low maintenance versus high maintenance is about spending money alone, you don't even get it. Now, anyway, girl, you are not low maintenance. You were trained to not have needs. Those are 2 very different things, and only one of them gets healed. And I know some of y'all probably watching this at brunch right now, mimosa in hand. Sip, 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 looking real unbothered. But baby, I see you. You can be at brunch and in survival mode. Trauma doesn't check your outfit at the front door. Every time I talk about brunch, I want breakfast at Barney's in Atlanta. I miss those soul rolls so bad. Lord have mercy. Let me tell you, this is what makes it so hard to catch, and it gets really deep. Most women disqualify themselves from healing with one sentence. And I want you to say this with me because you know it. My childhood wasn't that bad. Listen to me. Trauma is not just what happened to you. Trauma is what your body had to become to survive what happened, here we go, around you. Your nervous system doesn't keep this highlight reel of big dramatic events, baby. It records the atmosphere, the tension in the house before anybody said a word, the footsteps in the hallway that told you what kind of night this was going to be, the silence that was louder than the yelling. And when I said the footsteps in the hallway, I could see a man coming to SA a little girl. If that is you and you have not been to therapy, if you have not gone through deliverance, I recommend that for you, okay? Everybody's trauma is different, but that's literally the vision I saw when I was saying that just now. So just in case you're watching this video, and you probably are, if I'm feeling led to say this, get some help, boo, okay? What happened to you was not okay. Do not minimize it just because a lot of people went through it. Now, where was I? I don't know. The silence that was louder than the yelling. You have to think of your nervous system like a smoke detector. And I've talked about this before. So if you grew up in a house that kept catching on fire, this could be emotionally, spiritually, whatever kind of fire, you knew what you went through, right? Your smoke detector got calibrated to go off at everything. Basically, somebody lights a candle in 2026 and your whole body is evacuating the building. That's why you go on vacation but still can't relax. That's why rest feels wrong, like you forgot something. That's why when your life finally gets calm, you get anxious because calm is unfamiliar. This is why you want to start arguments with your man because you feel like he's too nice or too boring. And here's the part that explains so many of you. Researchers have actually found that women with childhood trauma can have a blunted stress response, meaning the alarm has been going off for so long that the system just flatlined. So you don't feel panicked. You feel nothing. Numb, foggy. Oh, I'm fine. You're not bad with feelings, sis. You were separated from your own feelings for your own safety. That is the difference. And if your chest got a little tight in the last 2 minutes, I'm going to need you to hear this next part. July 29th through the 31st, I'm hosting the Be Her Experience. 3 days, all virtual. Her stands for Healed, Empowered, Restored. And it's built on Genesis 1:28, where God said, be fruitful, multiply, and take dominion. Here's my question. How are you supposed to walk in dominion when your body is still in defense? That's what these 3 days are for. If your body just went, oh, I need you to drop her in the comments and I'll send you the link. It's also in the description and I will see you in the room. Now, let me show you what being the capable one is actually costing you. There are 4 layers, and the 4th reason is why you don't know who you are. For those of you lovely ladies who are taking notes, write down the 4 layers of exhaustion. Layer 1. Hypervigilance fatigue. You scan every room like a secret service agent. You clock everybody's move the second you walk in. Who's off, who's fake, and where the exits are. That's a full-time job that your body never clocks out of. You're tired from work that you don't even know you're doing. Layer number 2, emotional suppression. Every feeling that you swallow doesn't disappear. It goes on layaway, and your body is keeping the receipts. The tight jaw, the shoulders living up by your ears. Hello, the stomach that gets upset for no reason. You have all these IBS symptoms, but you really don't have IBS. Listen, suppression is not peace. It's a payment plan. Do I look comfortable right now? But this is how some of y'all look on the inside. Just all mixed up, contorted, just a mess. No shade. All of the shade. Layer number 3, performing okay-ness. This one is expensive. Somebody asks you how you're doing and I'm good jumps out of your mouth before your brain can even process it. Oh, I'm blessed and highly favored. Girl, you was just crying in Target parking lot before you pulled up here. What is you talking about? Layer 4, and this is the one. Okay? Your identity got fused with your usefulness. I'll say it again. Your identity got fused with your usefulness. Somewhere along the way, being needed became evidence that you were allowed to exist. You need to be needed. You don't know who you are outside of someone needing you. So the thought of being the strong one does not feel like rest to you. It feels like death, because if you're not holding everything, who are you? Yeah, if you just felt that in your body, pay attention to that, Bookie. So why did nobody catch this? Not your family, not your friends, not the people at church. Simple. The world claps for your coping. High functioning woman. I saw a video today on TikTok where I don't know if it was a doctor or what, but he was talking about how research proves that autoimmune diseases hit women more. They affect women more. And the interviewer was like, well, why is that? And he was like, well, women, they hold everybody else's emotions and feelings above their own. And he said some other things, nothing I've never said. And I'm like, listen, these people they won't listen at me. I've been trying to tell these women to put themselves first. They will not listen. I be trying to tell y'all that this stuff, you can say I'm fine all day. It gets hidden in your body. Your body keeps score, but y'all don't want to listen at me. Anyway, the world claps for your coping. You get praised for being mature. You're rewarded for being responsible and low maintenance. You're celebrated for being the one who never causes any problems. And every time you abandon yourself, somebody called it strength. So the wound got reinforced as an identity. Y'all remember positive and negative reinforcement in psychology? Yeah. That's why healing feels like a threat. You're not afraid of getting better. You're afraid of losing the only version of yourself that ever got loved. Sit with it. And for all you church girls, yeah, I need y'all to hear me. From someone who was in the church while falling apart. They told you to pray harder. And I believe in prayer. I have seen God do what science can't explain. But some of what you're carrying is not a faith problem. It's a nervous system that never learned what safe feels like. And you don't rebuke that. You retrain it. You can't cast out a survival pattern. And baby, I love casting out demons. But everything ain't a demon. You have to teach your body that it is allowed to come home. That takes regulation before revelation. It takes grieving the childhood you didn't get. Yes, grieving. Even if you're saying, oh, well, it wasn't that bad. So many more people had it worse than me. I should just be grateful. Girl, what happened to you wasn't right. It takes doing this with support, okay? You don't need to just be trying to figure your way out. I'm gonna just figure this thing out when it comes to your healing, like you just tried to figure everything else out. So here's where this goes. The Be Her experience, July 29th through the 31st. Live, it's virtual, in the comfort of your own home. You can be on the couch, sitting Indian style, eating ice cream. I don't care. Day 1, we take apart the version of you that was built in survival mode. And I feel this so heavy. I feel like this overwhelming peace. Thank you, Lord. Okay. And I'm going to show you what was underneath her the whole time. I really feel this. Day 2, we deal with the empowerment piece, not hype, the actual identity. I'm not somebody that's just going to hype you up just to hype you up. Girl, bye. I'm probably going to hurt your feelings, but then I'm going to build you right back up, okay? And day 3 is all about restoration, what God actually intended before survival got involved. You have to think about the word restore. When you're talking about being restored, this is not becoming something new. This is about going back to the original version, God's original design, who he intended you to be before your mama even met your daddy. You feel me? Okay, so you get a general experience and then there's a VIP experience. VIP is going to get you closer to me and then deeper into the work, but everything you need is in the description, or you can just drop her in the comments and I'll point you there. YouTube does have DMs now. So if you all want to try out that feature, if you want to test it out, DM me the word her. Okay. And I'll send you the link. But listen, baby, you have been strong your whole life. You got to be tired. You tired. You're tired. You have been strong for everybody. I need you to come find out who you are when you don't have to be everything for everybody else. I'm Roneshia. This is the Healing Suite. I love you. And I mean that. I'm going to see you all on July 29th. Let's go.
I kept blaming heaven for what still bled in me, but the bruises had a name and they came from deep. So I let it surface, I let it speak. Hands open now on my bend knees. It was never